103.5 KTU, the beat of New York. The twins here, Lulu
and Lala.
Super excited because we have
our castmates on. From the Amazing Race.
That's right.
Coach and Connie. Actually, his name is Sam, but we know him as Coach.
That's right.
I appreciate it.
I think the entire nation was super upset to see that you guys were not coming back to the Amazing Race. So of course they want to know why, what happened, what's going on. And so we want to know because we didn't know either.
Well, based on the baby that Connie is carrying, I think we know why.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You know, when we got back, Connie could not take her hands off me. To be honest.
Oh.
So cool. Something about the race, right?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, we have this bundle of joy, and so I mean, we of course wanted to go back and always want to go back again, but I mean, this baby is everything, so I couldn't go back at 7 months pregnant.
No, absolutely not. Now, I do remember when we were stuck in Scotland, I remember you guys talking about you guys wanted to try to have another baby. And so when we all came back, we're like, wait, is this? Because they didn't tell us anything. And we're like, why wouldn't they say anything? And then we put two and two together and we're like, they had a baby. That's what it is. And so we were very
happy. We didn't know we could have one. I mean, I'm near 40 and, you know, she's a lot younger than me. I'll kick my covers a little bit.
I'm a year younger than you.
Okay. Well, we always, you know, Brahim is my first son that I, you know, love to death, but I can't get him to change his middle name to Brian. So I'm like, we got to have a boy one day. And we were just super blessed.
But we've been trying to have another baby for 5 years and like hard, but nothing has ever happened. We're like, oh, it's never going to happen anyways. So.
Well, you got to like
Well, I'm so happy that it finally did happen. I mean, I know that the pandemic kind of got in the way and nobody really knew if the race was even going to come back. And I'm pretty sure you weren't going to hold on, you know, on trying to have a baby just because you're waiting around to see if the race was ever going to come back. So I'm really happy for you guys. Congratulations. Beautiful bundle of joy right there.
Thank you.
I know you had an experience with some kids going to the mall.
Yeah.
I know you had some fun.
Over the weekend, I was babysitting. I was on aunt duties, and they are a handful. They're very young, 3 of them, very strong-willed. But it's just prepping me for when I become a parent, if that ever happens. God willing.
No doubt. No doubt. Y'all are super young. You got plenty of time.
It's called makeup, Coach.
You look good. I need to get some makeup here.
Let's talk about the race, your experience there. I don't know how much you prepared for it. We know we didn't prepare at all.
We like to say that we did, but in all honesty, I think I must have ran a total of maybe 5 miles. And that's it.
We didn't really prepare. So we're just curious, how did you guys prepare?
Yeah, I didn't prepare at all. And the first day we had to run like 7 miles. It was insane.
Yeah, perfect. When we did a tour of like England, that choice with the Michigan and all that stuff, you know, that was a very grueling run.
Oh,
I was probably running about 3 miles every day or every other day. But I work out, being a strength coach at my high school, I work out with those kids every day, but there's nothing in this thing that's like strength related really that helps you. But I was hoping that me and Dusty got on like a table and did like some over the top arm wrestling competition so I could throw his arm back. That would be the only time I'd have some glory.
You guys did pretty well though.
Yeah.
How was it for you guys watching that first episode? You're on TV, national television.
And at one point, I think you guys were last because
we were dead last. We were an hour behind everybody with the cab driver.
But surprisingly, you guys came in.
Driver went a different way than everybody else. I mean, we were.
He was like, I'm going to go this way. I was like, oh, how it works out. He's like, I think we might be able to get around him. I was like, well, go for it. Well, we got stuck in more traffic. And here's the thing. When you got to the bowler hat guys in the phone booths, here's the thing. Like, if you got there with other people, you saw other people getting clues. Like, I saw it on TV that they were getting clues. I would have realized we just got to find another one. Well, when we got there, we probably talked to 6 to 7 of them.
Let me tell you.
Wait a second, look at my point. She's going to ridicule me. once you start talking like, I'm sorry, I don't have a clue. I'm sorry, I don't have a clue. I'm just like, this is like an illusion. Like they're trying to set us up. We got to find like a real phone booth. And
if you go crazy because we get there and there's all these guys in costumes and phone booths and bowler hats. And so we talked to like 3 people. You know, we had to run around the whole area and talk to people. Nobody, they didn't have it. So he wants to go to a real phone booth. He's like, there's a man over there in the phone booth. I'm like, why would people in costumes just be hanging out here?
Well, you know what? To defend Coach, when we first got to that area, we went to a real phone booth. We were like, it's a phone booth. And then after, I want to say like 20, because we were there for a hot minute. They didn't show that, but after like 20 minutes, we're like, wait a second, it's those people
that probably have the clue, and we've been running around. But you know what? It's you're so focused and wanting to get to the pit stop first and not be last that sometimes what's right in front of you, you don't see it. And I think that's what happened with you guys. Is the Amazing Race everything you thought it would be, or is it harder or not as difficult or mentally more draining?
Oh gosh, it was mentally exhausting and draining, and it just was something you can never prepare for ever, right? I mean,
I got Brian.
I think that's
here.
Hey,
How are you? Spoke to me.
I hit you back. Like that. All right.
I think it's true. Like you can prepare physically and you can try to prepare mentally, but the anxiety that you have because of you don't know what it is that you're going to be doing. You don't know where you're going to be. You know, it really messes with your mind. It really does.
It really does. Yeah.
And it's a way to
I
test.
think that we had an advantage though. The one advantage we had is whenever you made it to a pit stop, I always tell everybody, like, you might be there with your best friend, your sister, but I was there with the love of my life, the one I sleep in the bed with every single day. So it was kind of like a good thing that when we go to pit stops, it's an advantage being a couple. It really is, because you can kind of like do the same routine you do every single night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? Don't go anywhere. I know you see a baby. That's not it.
Trust me, you guys definitely had an advantage, especially when we were stuck in Scotland and really didn't know what was going on and they kept us in our rooms. At least you guys could have fun together.
There you go, fun.
We're just fun is the word. We're just staring at each other like,
What do we do?
Mad at each other, can't say nothing. Yeah.
I was curious to sell because it's you, it was Carol and Ray, and it was Penn and Kim,
and Sherry and Akbar.
the couples.
Oh,
right?
and Isaiah and Taylor.
So I always thought I could never do this race with my boyfriend. We would literally probably just break up.
Yeah.
So I always thought how, like, for a relationship, obviously
You guys know each other. You guys know how to push each other's buttons. And so that dynamic,
And then,
yeah, in order for you guys to like control that and like, okay, this is a competition. It's $1 million.
we can't let it get in the way of the relationship. That must be hard to navigate.
So I mean, to be completely honest, it was really rough, and we were going through a rough stage at that point, I think, anyways, and like right after. So it really tested us, like every moment, right? And then even when we got back, it was just like it was hard, you know. But we worked things out, and at the end of the day, like it made us stronger. You know, we were at that time, it was 8 years in our marriage, and I mean, I don't know, it just made our relationship a lot stronger and built us together and not go a different route. You know, kept it strong.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Connie realizes, like, I used to have some great spit game. And when you're married, whenever you're married for 4 or 5 years, my words don't mean anything anymore. So she's like, I don't want to hear them dumb stories anymore. I don't want to hear that. Like, I'm over that. And she realizes every day she looks in the mirror, she's twice as good looking as I am. And she's like, this is ridiculous. But it rekindled our relationship, definitely. And we're blessed to have this little boy here, Elijah Rock. And it's kind of ironic because last leg that we ran, we saw the big juggernaut guy with the rock.
Yes.
And it doesn't show that on the show, but like we kept talking about, you got to be built upon a rock. Well, you know, naming him his middle name, Rock, built upon a rock. So kind of signifies like our relationship got stronger, even though we went through adversity. And you know, the foundation of Christ of what we try to represent, that's what we want his name to be built upon. So
I
that's kinda
absolutely love
I
it.
literally just got
Yep,
goosebumps
goosebumps.
with you saying that. I love it. And I have to tell you, every time we hear the song Pony playing on the radio,
Oh, Lord.
because people
I
don't
don't
know.
remember this. I don't remember this.
So when we were in Scotland, for those that don't know, you know, we had our fun. We were talking. That's our
a
dog, by the way, if you hear him. And the song Pony came up, and I don't know how we correlated that with you guys. I forget the story.
There's a story behind it, but we'll keep that
to
between
ourselves.
Yeah.
And so
Ain't
every
nothing-
time,
That's fine.
every time we play that song, we always shout you guys out. We're like, this goes out to our friends.
I appreciate
Coach
it.
and Connie. So it's always it's our little inside joke within the
Little
cast.
inside joke. That ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not ashamed, brother, to admit who I am today.
But you guys have come through a long way. We know, we saw the story on the first episode of Amazing Race, how you took a kid from school and you brought him into your home and you made him you made him family is what it was. And I think that's why people really love you guys, because you know,
they see your kind hearts and like everything you've done and you with the kids, and we just love you guys. And I don't know if you've noticed, but on like Facebook, the fan page,
you guys have a
different comments, like people
huge-
love you.
Yes.
That's just because they see Connie's good looks.
You both are
No.
very good looking and have beautiful kids.
I appreciate it. They all look like my wife. That's what I'm blessed with. I thought I finally got this one to look like me, and I'm like, can he just have my eyes, please, Lord? I prayed for like 2 months straight. We don't know. It's kind of like up in the air. His eyes are lighter than the other girls, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Now I joke around with Raheem all the time because I said the older he gets, the more and more he looks like me. He's like, you're not my real father, and I'm just like, listen, if I feed you long enough, you're gonna look like me. And it's pretty cool. But that story, there's so many layers that people have no idea about. Like Connie and I remember coming home one day. Our daughters are 2 and 3 at the time, and I came home and I was like, you know, this kid was in my class, but he was late every single day. But he was so apologetic about it. And I just realized, I was like, why was this kid not eligible the first year? I mean, everybody thinks I took home like the blindside situation, like a 6'7" warrior that's like, oh yeah, of course you want to make him your son. This kid was 100 pounds, 5'7", but I just loved him. He had a heart of gold, and greatness came from him. God created him great. He grew into something. He would never play quarterback a day in his life. We ended up going through the struggle. We ended up going 1-10, didn't make it to the playoffs the next year, then accomplishing something that hadn't happened for over 60 years and won a state championship. And he got to go to, you know, Army, and he's playing there now today.
How do your kids feel watching you guys on TV? Like,
They don't care about us.
Yeah, they like other people. Like, and then I told him, I said, if we would have won, you would have got a pool, girl. And she's like, well, now I'm pulling.
That's so funny.
Now, what are you guys working on now? Is there like, what's going on now other than the baby, than that beautiful, gorgeous baby? What else is happening? I mean, the world wants to know what's up with Coach and Connie.
She just got a new. I'll take videos, but she got a new button machine, a workout button machine. She's gonna get excited about. I get some videos of that on the side. I was like, what is this big box? I'm sorry.
That's so funny. Well, we love you guys. We hope that you guys will we're throwing a big season finale in Miami. We're going to have the entire cast there. Obviously, you guys need to be there if you can make it. And we hope to see you soon.
Definitely. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Appreciate
We love you too.